you put a responsibility on the man to stay in the dugout, right? What about the responsibility of the women who keep looking out the dugout?
Be loyal to the fact that I am your woman.
I was single for a long time, and so
I think that men nowadays want to get married just as bad as women do. I think it's a two-way street. I don't think that men don't want to get married, says the wife. However, I do think that as women nowadays, we're approaching it way too cool. Like, we're approaching relationships way too cool. We're trying to be the cool girlfriend. The cool one who, it's okay, whenever you ask me, I'm not going to pressure you. Whenever you feel like asking me, I'll accept. There's no pressure. The same way that we bash parents who try to be friends with their kids is the same way that women are doing with their husbands. Like, they're trying to be too much of a friend. They're trying to be too much of a homeboy. So I think that, in all actuality, men are wanting to ask their significant others for hand in marriage. I think that the longer that you postpone it by not acting like you're serious enough to be a wife, the longer they're going to play it out with you. And that's just my opinion.
I just wanted to throw this on there. A lot of women, and I love every woman on this panel, we tend to answer the why men questions with because women. And at the end of the day, it is what are men lacking. So I think we have another question maybe that'll be about what you need to be a wife. But we have a whole show called Your Marriage Material. But at the end of the day, I think what the men are lacking are the courage. Because they will do husbandly things, right? They will live with you. They will fix your car. They will pay your bills. They'll raise a child with you. They will do everything but take that step. They're lacking the courage, maybe due to lack of an example. Maybe due to lack of no one telling them this is a good thing for them. Maybe they are fearful of failure. The one thing a man doesn't want to do is enter something that he thinks will not work. Yep. He thinks will not work. Okay, and he is lacking something in himself as far as, is he ready to be a husband? Because I know men that will say, I'd rather be a damn good boyfriend than a half-ass husband. Yep. They don't want the promotion. They don't want the responsibility of the new position because they know what husbands do and what boyfriends get away with. So they lack that courage because they want to stay where an A is easy to get. I can pass third grade math. That calculus is something else. I'm going to stay right here in algebra.
What I'm saying is that he's already to that point of taking care of you as a husband. With the husband duties and responsibilities.
I think you're lacking the courage. Just like if you're...
But the courage comes in the responsibilities. He's already taking care of the responsibilities.
But they don't see it that way. But here's the difference between the boyfriend that lives with you and the married man, right? The boyfriend that lives with you, if something goes wrong, he packs up his PlayStation and he walks out. I'm being funny with the PlayStation, don't go there ladies, right? The husband is already thinking about alimony, child support. They're thinking of the end and not the end. So they just rather not. And if I don't have to, as you said, or if I'm not making that pressure happen, then why? Why take the responsibility for no pay change?
Even if you're doing the same thing, you can walk away as a boyfriend, you can't walk away as a husband.
You can walk away as both. You can walk away as both.
It's easy for me in any scenario because guess what? I can always make some more money.
You think that if once you're in there and you sign that paper and you're legal, it's like that, in the beginning of Law and Order where the jail doors closed, you can't get out of these. When you're a boyfriend, you really only have to walk away. And I think that when women get married, they think about how it's going to be forever. When men get married, they tend to think about if this doesn't work out. What's going to happen?
I think that you make a valid point, but I think that as a boyfriend, if he walks away and leaves you high and dry, it's about you. It's about how he thought about you. Because even as a boyfriend, if he's a real man and he did not marry you, but he has responsibilities with you, he's not going to walk away just like that. So I still think some way, somehow it ties back into how he values you.
I totally agree. I just think in their heads it's much easier, even though we know the emotional and even though you still have financial responsibilities, but I think in their heads, as a boyfriend, there's nothing really tying me here. It's my choice. But as a husband, you're thinking, we know that it's still the same amount of disentanglement, but as a husband, you're like, oh, it's going to be some shit I got to go through to get out of here.
In the last Peace Drop, one of the things we talked about was a girl code. Like, guys have these guy codes, they don't date this or, that person, friend or whatever, and they get so pissed off when they find out that their ex is dating their ex-homeboy or whatever, but I don't feel like females have that same type of girl code to just kind of back up and, let relationships be. feel like we're very competitive, especially when it comes to that realm of relationships. And the second part to that, the caveat to that is talking about how much does your homegirl's opinion really affect your relationship? And you know it's someone who knows you probably better than yourself. So how much does your homegirl's opinion really count in your relationship?
Give it up for our DJ, please. Thank you.
I don't think it matters because I'm gonna date whoever I want to date. Like when it comes to girls' codes, we don't like the same guys.
Okay.
The guy that I like is not the same as what my friend likes. So that's the girl code we have. We just do not date the same type of dude. So.
Can I say something? When we did that show, I was, as one of the only married people sitting up here, appalled at the lack of girl code in the audience. The amount of women who said, well, if he doesn't have a ring, he's not married. You trifling and you ain't coming to my house. Y'all need to stop that. Because I think that men try those kind of women because they already know that you're going to take anything. They know you're going to take anything. Don't do that. It's messy. It's nasty. I don't like that. But what I'm saying is that guys have this whole code of if he dated her, I'm not going to date her. And I was hearing a multitude of women in the audience saying, well, how long was it? Well, how deep was it? Why do you need so many questions? Why isn't it just that guy is off limits, that was my friend's whatever? Why isn't that? Why do we gotta act like we so needy? It's another guy that she didn't date. Y'all don't have to be like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all need to get some type of code.
Feel real good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere. It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again.